everybody. How are we doing today? It is Valentine's Day, which I understand is important to a lot of people. For me, it makes me think of Saint Valentine, which makes me think of the Catholic Church, which makes me think of different things. But yeah, it's Valentine's Day, and the little hearts and the cards and all that stuff. Also makes me think of the Saint Valentine's Day massacre. For me, Valentine's Day, not a good thing to talk about. So everybody else, enjoy Valentine's Day. Have fun with your kids, hearts, family, love, flowers. The wife and I talked about it last night when she got home about 11:30 from Corvallis and said, what do you want to do tomorrow for Valentine's Day? And we both shook our heads. We have no fucking idea. So that's what us old people do married. We had no idea. We're going to watch, I don't know. We're going to watch Bernie. We're going to broadcast something today. Hopefully we'll have Bernie in Nevada. Let me make sure audio is good. Audio is good. Thank you. Who do we have out there today? A lot of conversation. Hi, Robert Morris, and Dutch for Bernie, and Denise, and Robert, and Lakeisha, and Jeanette, and Class Ceiling. Everybody. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you, Brom. Good morning. I am still recovering from it says my event is still starting. Are we actually broadcasting? Can you guys see this? Are we good? The YouTube thing says we're not actually started. It's kind of weird. So I hope we're good.
I hear you, but I don't see anything happening on YouTube.
All right.
Okay. All right, I just refreshed. Let's see. Let me see. Can y'all hear us?
Well, now it says we're streaming.
Huh.
Are we? Are you guys seeing me on screen? YouTube just did some really weird stuff and was like telling me we weren't streaming, says the event's still starting. Now it says we're streaming.
I've got a card up. I've got the card up here on my end that says live stream is starting soon. No stream yet. Denise just typed no stream yet. Not yet, Celeste. We'll refresh.
How strange. Hang on a second. I see what you mean. It says it's not going. No. All right. I may have the wrong stream file, so we're just gonna what is going on here with this thing? This says I'm live and we're streaming. What the hell is going on?
No, I still got the card and starting soon.
All right, hang on a second.
Maybe it just is a bad. I'm not even gonna say anything. I have no fucking clue.
I have no idea. I just started pushing a new signal through, so we'll see what happens. Now it's okay. It just changed again, so it may be on now. Of course, it's going to show the card either way. Let's change it to something else. How about me? Come on. Stop being a fucktard. Hey, everybody. Maybe you can see me now.
No.
Can you hear me? Well, it's going to take 30 seconds.
Oh.
So hopefully this changes. What the hell is going on with this?
Oh, something's starting. Well, okay. There you are.
All right.
You're on screen.
There we go. Okay.
Audio's good.
Okay. Hey, good morning, everybody. That was the strangest thing ever. We were streaming. YouTube said, you're streaming, your event's going to start. And then it never changed from your event's going to start. And then you guys weren't seeing anything, but everything on here was telling me we were streaming, including YouTube. YouTube said we were streaming just fine. So we restarted everything, and now we're back. So, hi. Good morning. That wasn't a very smooth start at all. Let me back up. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Lyle and Brom and Denise and Jay Vintage and Bad Wolf and Dutch, Ski, Vermont and Jake and Robert and Victoria and Lakeisha and morning, everybody. Good morning, Robin. Simcat. Valentine's Day, and I was telling Celeste earlier, for me, Valentine's Day makes me think of Saint Valentine's, which makes me think of Catholic Church, which makes me go, eh. But yeah, Valentine's Day, have fun, love, hugs, all that stuff. Also makes me think of the Saint Valentine's Day massacre, but that's because I'm a boy and I think of history. Right, Valentine's Day, not the best thing for me to be thinking of. But for you guys, have fun with it, enjoy. Want to talk about a bunch of things today. Bernie had a great rally yesterday in Denver. We did not broadcast. We pushed out a broadcast from the Colorado Dems. And I kind of did that because I was feeling a little butthurt from the uptake video exchange. And that led to a whole day yesterday where I just needed to take a break. We've talked about this before, about the bottleneck, about the weak link in the chain here at Bernie 2016 TV, and that would be me, because without this and me sitting here, it doesn't happen, and I do it 7 days a week, and yesterday my body just said, fuck you, and I needed to stop, and so I got some sleep, and thank you for putting up with that. I'm sorry we didn't broadcast the feed. Today, we may, I got advance notice this morning, very early this morning, that we may have a feed coming from Nevada. So we made a card for it. Steph made a card. I'm not going to put up the event until I know for sure or have a better verification that it will be happening. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. And apparently this other site over there, this Bernie Sanders 2016 that is scraping videos and monetizing them, they have a feed coming from somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe it's our feed. I don't know. So if they have a feed, and understand, look, the idea is it's political content. It's Bernie Sanders. He doesn't get enough media coverage, and or he wasn't getting enough media coverage. There is a question now. Maybe he is. Maybe he's getting enough independent media coverage and mainstream media coverage. My 96-year-old grandmother knows who Bernie Sanders is now, and she says she's seeing him on TV. Well, when grandma sees Bernie on TV, that tells me things have changed. So that brings up the question of the purpose of this channel. But hopefully we'll be getting a feed today from Nevada, from our sources, from our LU70, right? So we'll see. Take the Sundays off. I should take. Sunday would be a good day, you know. Anyway, the rally yesterday. The rally yesterday that we didn't broadcast was a huge turnout of 18,000 at Sanders' rally in Denver. And he did a statement on Justice Scalia because Scalia's dead. And I don't care about being nice. The man was a piece of shit. The man basically crapped on the Constitution. He said some of the most offensive things ever. He was proof in point of money in politics. Money embedded in our justice system. And I am glad he is dead. As somebody pointed out, or Celeste said, the dead do no harm, which I thought was good, except for the fact that somebody else said to Celeste, except that his legacy of shit will live on. And that is so true. So I did a post earlier today on Twitter that nobody liked, where I said Killer Mike should do a sequel called Glad Scalia's Dead, because justice has been served. Karmic justice has been served there. Yeah. Scalia still, yeah. Never take Sunday off. All right. Yes. Fuck Scalia. Bernie is my Valentine. I got good spin. Thank you, Robin Morris. Good spin. Anyway, moving on from that, let's just take a quick. This is what it really comes down to. What does it mean? Well, this means a political battle. We have a seat to fill, and the statements coming out are hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Mitch McConnell champion of the people, Mitch McConnell, said Obama shouldn't appoint somebody. The people really should decide. When the hell have you let the people decide anything, Mitch? The people have made it very clear where they stand on many things. Did you listen to any of the? Fuck you, Mitch McConnell. You know what? In this case, Obama definitely needs to appoint a liberal. He should pull his balls out and appoint a liberal ass judge. Use the corrupt system as you can. Put somebody in there with a fucking heart and soul. Put somebody in there who is not just going to shit all over the Constitution for the sake of their payroll and their buddies in fossil fuel industry and other coke industries. Scalia needs to be replaced by somebody who could possibly undo the damage. And hopefully Clarence Thomas will be next because he's useless. He's just a puppet. Yeah, that's how I feel. I've got this clip on the Young Turks that I might run, but I'd rather switch over to something that's even more, even to me, this is worse. And this already happened, and we already talked about this. But Bernie Sanders' campaign office is now urging Hillary Clinton to show some actual fucking integrity, to walk the talk. I asked earlier on Twitter, is there anybody out there, Hillary supporter, come to our show today? Do we have any Hillary supporters here today? If you are, please stand up. Hillary supporters, are you here? Because I have a big question for you today. The question for you today is, why would you back somebody who says one thing and does another? The DNC rolled back restrictions on lobbyist donations. You know what's happening right now? Hillary Clinton's campaign is coordinating with the DNC on super PAC lobbyist money. This same woman that I hear other people, all these people saying, oh, Hillary's the best to lead and her record shows. This is her record right here. She is showing you right here how she abuses money in politics. The DNC, I cannot believe they're even doing this. It's like they're coming out and saying, well, you all kind of thought we were evil and corrupt, but we thought we'd show you just how evil and corrupt we are by doing this. Here, if you needed a living example that even a third grader could understand, here's one right here. Let's roll back a money in politics restriction. Not even a good one, just a Band-Aid that Obama placed on. Hey, Hillary, didn't you say you were going to carry on Obama's legacy? Lying bitch. Lying, corrupt bitch. Both her and Wasserman Schultz. Absolutely disgusting abuse of power. Horrible, disgusting abuse of power. So anybody out there supporting Hillary, if you're going to still support her after this, then I'm sorry, you're just an idiot. When she says, I'll stop money in politics, she just put more money into politics. The DNC just rolled back a law about money in politics so that they could help their fucking candidate with more money from her in politics. I just don't, I have zero respect at this point, zero, for anyone who votes for Hillary Clinton. None. There is no reason, there is absolutely no reason you would put her in office other than you are being paid to do so at this point. No respect, zero. Bernie Sanders' campaign, on the other hand, Bernie Sanders presses Hillary Clinton to demand DNC keep ban on lobbyist cash. No, what Hillary is doing is working with that. You remove the ban, great. I've got millions of dollars that I can't actually use. Can you take this and do something with it? Now other people can give you tons of money and you can produce advertising for me. I'm your candidate, right? This is money in politics. This is corruption. I don't know what it's going to take to reach the increasingly small and smaller percentage of human beings that are still going to vote for Hillary Clinton. But every super delegate out there, every goddamn delegate out there that has a vote in this, if you see this, understand that this is what we are fighting right here. And if you cast your vote for Hillary Clinton, you are going to go down too. Fucking unbelievable, unbelievable abuse. We're going to watch Debbie Wasserman Schultz tell us how completely incapable she is of doing her job. when Scott Galindez asked her a very basic question. Do you know how many delegates, how many pledged delegates these people actually have? Fucking chairman of the goddamn DNC who's supposed to know this shit and be unbiased. She doesn't. She doesn't, because the woman doesn't know how to do her job. Huge.
And there's a buzz on the internet about the superdelegates being reported. Do you think it's fair for MSNBC and others to be showing the superdelegate count and not showing just the straight count?
Well, this is an important opportunity for me to clarify the difference between pledged delegates and unpledged delegates. In Iowa and New Hampshire and every primary and caucus, the only thing a candidate earns is the pledged delegate. Those unpledged delegates, those are party leaders and elected officials who really are there so that we can just deem them as delegates and they don't have to run against our activists. We prioritize at the Democratic Party diversity, broad diversity that is represented at our convention. And if you have an activist who has to run against a member of Congress or a state party chair to get to be a delegate, that's going to kind of be an obstacle in their path that we want to clear away for them.
So when
remember
MSNBC shows,
also remember the unpledged delegates can change their mind at any time.
It's showing 400 and something delegates to 40 for Bernie or something like that.
I can't control the stuff that the media wants to highlight. I can tell you as the national party chair that the caucus and primary system is a fight for pledged delegates, and the unpledged delegates really are there so that we can make sure that we have an opportunity to have the most diverse convention possible.
So just to be clear, in pledged delegates, Bernie's ahead right now, right? Because
to be quite honest with you,
margin.
I don't even know who has more pledged delegates because I'm just focused on trying to make sure we can manage the primary nominating contest and also get our party ready to support our nominee.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't know how many delegates people have. I certainly wouldn't want to indicate at all that Bernie Sanders has the lead. I certainly want to indicate at all that Bernie Sanders is the favored candidate amongst the people because we've invested a lot of money in Hillary Clinton. So I don't know. Everybody, I hear you saying hugs, love for Valentine's Day, and I will do my best to be huggy and lovey more today. I really will. Celeste knows what kind of a crap ass mood I've been in and why. And I apologize, folks. We do need, Tim Canova. We're having him on the show. I'm not sure what date it is, but we have Tim Canova coming up on We the People, folks. The guy who needs to replace Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a guy who can actually do the job. We're gonna have him on the show. I wanna read to you because this is so important. This is what Robert Reich has to say about the whole DNC thing. I know you guys have seen this before, but it's important. It's really important. You know, according to today's Washington Post, the DNC has quietly reversed restrictions banning donations from federal lobbyists and political action committees, restrictions that were put in place by Barack Obama when he was the Democratic candidate for president in 2008. DNC's sweeping reversal of the previous was confirmed by the three Democratic lobbyists who said they had already received solicitations from the DNC. They already received solicitations. My understanding is that and I saw this in another article, I think a CNN article that said they've already taken money. It's done. They've been taking money already. Right? According to the Post, Hillary Clinton has set up a joint fundraising committee with the DNC, and the new rules are likely to provide her with an advantage. That little clip right there, folks, needs to be turned into little stickers and stuck on the forehead of every Hillary supporter so they can walk around and read it for each other. And when they need the one reason why you shouldn't vote for this candidate, it's right on their foreheads. Oh, Hillary Clinton set up a joint fundraising committee with the DNC, and the new rules are likely to provide her with an advantage. That's money in politics, something she's saying she's going to fix. That's lying. That's literally talking out your ass. I don't know how you can elect a person that would do that. How? How do you elect a person that can do that? Robert Reich, yes. Hearts for Robert Reich, yes. The next debate is coming up. Federal lobbyists like the CBC PAC. Exactly. How you guys doing? Hillary needs money. Hillary actually does need money. She's actually in a lot of. So we're going to talk about that. We've got a video with Tad Devine because Hillary's behind in media buys. She's behind in media buys. That's her big issue. Why was I depressed? We'll get into that, Rand. I know you sent me an email. Thank you for that email. I'm depressed, one, because I have depression. I go through cycles of depression. I'm a pretty fucked up, weird brain. I've got epilepsy and I go through depressive cycles. But right now it's because I've been doing this thing for Bernie 2016 TV. We're in the middle of a political war. We're on takedown number 4. And we were unable to turn this into a sustainable thing. That's the thing, is that I'm just running thin on physical, mental, emotional ability. That's all. Battery's just running low. I just need to recharge. I get recharged by you guys being here, doing this. It's just somehow we got to figure out. Here's the problem, folks, is that we live in a world, we live in a government, we live in a capitalist society where in order for this to continue, I have to have money. And I don't want to take your money. So I'm in a very difficult situation. I'm not going to take your money, but I need money. And so that's just that face palm every day where I'm like, what do we do? And so Janine and I and Celeste and others, we've been talking about whether it's necessary. Is this even necessary? That's the other thing. That's why I'm very depressed and confused. Is what we're doing here necessary? We have a great audience. We have a great discussion here, but you know, that's where it goes around. And just to lighten the mood, I love this. Thank you, Jeanette Jing, for pushing this up. This is what Bernie's doing to Hillary. This was from the debate the other day. I thought that's cute. I like that. I needed something lovey and fun, and that was it. Let's just click right into this. Let's watch this. Darcy sent this at-home activism, and he's kindly provided this without monetization. And this is the case where I just want to say I appreciate you doing this, Darcy and Ed. And there's been other content creators like Miles Dyer that I spoke with yesterday. We are going to work on a program together, figure stuff out there. Again, still wrapped up with what the point is, what's going on. I'd like to. We're gonna play this clip from Darcy, who does monetize his videos because he makes these videos perfectly great. But in this case, he took off monetization so I could run it here. But honestly, the truth is, even if you've got it monetized, as long as you don't have it like monetized with the like I'm an asshole copyright thing, I could run this with monetization right now. But I really appreciate that he took it off, because now we don't have to worry about YouTube like stopping our stream in the middle of this while it decides whether I can run this or not, right? Which seems to be the issue with YouTube's immediately punitive DMCA program. So this is Darcy, who's also in our Slack. He's with us. And this is Bernie Sanders, the every issue candidate, because that seems to be the latest attack, is that he's a single issue candidate. They're just too stupid to realize, this is establishment people, that one issue is the root of all evil here. So let's watch what Darcy has to say.
I know a lot of Americans are angry about the economy. And yes, the economy is rigged.
We have today a campaign finance system which allows Wall Street and billionaires to pour huge sums of money into the political process.
We agree that we've got to get unaccountable money out of politics.
Let's not insult the intelligence of the American people. Why in God's name does Wall Street make huge campaign contributions? I guess just for the fun of it. They want to throw money around. Why does the pharmaceutical industry make huge campaign contributions? Why does the fossil fuel industry spend huge amounts of money on campaign contributions?
Yes. Does Wall Street and big financial interests, along with drug companies, insurance companies, big oil, all of it have too much influence? You're right. I am not a single issue candidate.
Wealth inequality, childhood poverty, guarantee health care, to all people, create 13 million jobs, colleges as part of public education, broken criminal justice, institutional racism, climate change is real. I will not take advice from Henry Kissinger.
A single issue candidate.
Mass unemployment, children are going hungry, saying to the American people, don't give up on the political process. Don't listen to the Trumps of the world and allowing them to divide us. If we re-engage and get involved, yeah, we can have health care for all people. We do not have to have massive levels of income and wealth inequality. Aligned with a corrupt campaign finance system is a rigged economy.
And yes, the economy is rigged. We have to get unaccountable money out of our political system.
We have today a campaign finance system which allows Wall Street and billionaires to pour huge sums of money into the political process.
We agree that we've got to get unaccountable money out of politics.
Let's not insult the intelligence of the American people. People aren't dumb. Democratic society has a moral responsibility to play a vital role in making sure that all of our people have a decent standard of living.
Yes, the economy is rigged in favor of those at the top.
Millions of Americans, working people who have given up on the political process, they don't think anybody hears their pains or their concerns. Young people, low-income people. What this campaign is not only about electing somebody who has the most progressive agenda, it is about bringing tens of millions of people together to demand that we have a government that represents all of us and not just the 1% who today have so much economic and political power. Thank you all very much.
Boom. Darcy, that's badass, man. At-home activism. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was a beautiful piece of editing work. Really, I saw somebody say the Oscar goes to for best editing. That was incredible. That was powerful. Yeah, the one issue candidate. That was beautiful. Thank you for giving that to us. I'm seeing all of your comments about care and love, and thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much for all of your statements and comments. It really it. Like I said, I get up. You guys are here. We have this. There's more than 150 of you watching right now, and that blows me away. Thank you for being here. It's not people. We have plenty of people. There's the way this system works. We have lots of people, lots of new people like Hannah right there who have joined the group recently. Darcy, who's in the group recently. Everybody here could be in the Slack. Really, it's not about people. It literally is. Well, okay, it is about. It's about here. Like in Portland, in my office here, I'm it. Right? And I get that. Nobody wants to come work with me here. I'm a scary, weird guy, and I understand that. But the goal a long time ago, the original crowdfund that we put forth on Indiegogo was for about $50,000, and included in that was some money to actually train some people, move to a space. I got a little, listen, I'm awful with money. There's a reason I'm a crazy inventor guy. I invent things. I look for other people to deal with the money in the business. I am an inventor. I am not a businessman. I pretend to be a businessman when I have to, and that's what happened here. That's why things are not in a good place. I am a bottleneck because this equipment, there's only one version of it. I built it. It sits in this room. I'd like to move it somewhere else where I could train other people. But to date, I found no volunteers in the Portland area that have the time, right? Because everybody's working jobs and stuff. I had a building from a guy that I thought we could use the space. I put $1,600 of my own money on it, and then I lost it because we didn't earn enough money on the crowdfund to keep it going. Then we had all these legal issues with the different channels. Then we had an implosion of staff within the volunteer group. And I like doing this show, but I only want to do this show if it serves a purpose for you. And if it serves a purpose for Bernie, I guess. I know that bringing streams to you is something that we can do, and I'm gonna do that. But my original dream, my goal with all of this was to scale it out, was to not nickel and dime the 99, to find somebody or a group of investors. And here's the thing, folks. I know I'm going to take a minute on this. Just 1 second. I appreciate you letting me go off about this just for 1 second. I had really hoped that by the time we'd reach this level of, I don't know, in social media on the web, what it relates to is reach. How many people can you reach, and how big of an audience can you grab? And right now we have more than 150 people here watching, and that's fantastic. And that reach is great. But what I'm trying to reach is that level of investor, that individual that feels the burn and says, I can think big and I can invest big in that. And that's just a unicorn, rainbows, pie in the sky, delusional dream of mine. Not saying it's not possible, but it's about equal in chance as winning the fucking lottery. And that's why I'm not a businessman. That's why I'm not a money man. It's because I just said, I'll invent this thing and we'll get a bunch of people here and eventually it'll support itself. Right? We can talk about what to do and how to figure it out. And TYT does this really cool thing. Janine and I have been talking about what they do. He set up this whole thing with Nation Builder, and he has pledges and levels and stuff. And I guess that's what I'd say. If we did Bernie, Bernie 2016 TV has to remain non-monetized. But maybe if we want to keep the newsroom or something, or I don't know. This is where we're on live TV or live stream, and we don't need to be talking about this shit. So if you guys, let me know what you think. Come up with ideas. I'm open to anything. That's where I sit. A couple other things. We're going to move from the one issue candidate to South Carolina. Because Hillary Clinton, and we should watch the Tad Devine piece. We're going to talk about South Carolina. We're going to watch a new Bernie ad running in South Carolina. We're going to watch Tad Devine clip on Vimeo, and look at this petition of 1,000 women. But I do, Robert. We talked at TYT. We share stuff with them. It's not advice. Listen, understand. It's not a question of. Like there are many options. I get that we could do I just want to go back to this because I see a lot of people suggesting things, like talk to TYT and stuff. What is here really, this engagement broadcast process, is an enhancement of what's already being done on broadcast. I'd like to offer that to these existing channels. It'd be a lot easier than to just create my own. But to date, and this is where the breakdown comes, there's no businesses that look at this and either one, understand what it does, or two, are interested in investing in it. That's been the major thing there. Janine and I have talked a lot about setting up some kind of site like a pledge thing, and maybe that's what we do. It just can't be associated with this channel, because I promised that I wouldn't monetize this channel. I would move the newsroom to a new channel, and we would try to build a subscriber base there. And I don't know. That's what I was thinking. So Bernie rally later today. We will have that. We will have, hopefully we will have feed from Las Vegas today. I'm waiting for confirmation on that. I won't break up with you on Valentine's Day. I am not going to do that. No, we just need to figure out a way to make this work for everybody. That's what we need to do. And to figure out what we're doing here. I like doing this. I like doing this with you. I like being here with you. I feel, for me, it fulfills a purpose. I just need to make sure it fulfills a purpose for Bernie, because that was the goal. Let's watch this Bernie ad, Wheels of Inevitability, because this is something they're running in South Carolina right now, and it's a good ad.
Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability. Bernie Sanders. He was there when Dr. King marched on Washington, unafraid to challenge the status quo, to end racial profiling, take on police misconduct, and take down a system that profits from mass imprisonment.
There is no president who will fight harder to end institutional racism.
Education. opportunity, reform. Bernie.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
Now you can hear me. I like that. That was cool. That's a good ad. And I don't. One thing I don't want to do is we're not going to argue about who was there at the civil rights movement, who wasn't, what pictures of whom are who. I mean, that was just ridiculous with that other guy and his statements. I don't recall seeing Bernie Sanders there and all that crap going on with that. Again, I ask Hillary supporters, just go back in time, go remember history correctly, go look at what Hillary was doing at the same time Bernie Sanders was doing this. Okay, Bernie Sanders was a champion of civil rights. Hillary was not. Okay? Plain and simple. The record is clear. There's not. Just go back and look who she was working for at the time, and then let's talk about one issue candidate, and then let's talk about who's championing what and why Hillary's the best choice, especially for African Americans. That's just a fucking lie, an absolute pile of horseshit being perpetuated by establishment media. And I think we're seeing that more and more as more and more African Americans stand up and go, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. There's a few packs, you know. This is a great article here. Warning signs for Hillary Clinton in South Carolina. Yeah, I'm afraid I agree with you that John Lewis is a sellout. Anybody that is going to support Hillary Clinton at this point is a sellout. All right. That's my personal opinion. Warning signs for Clinton in South Carolina. And the most beautiful part about this, folks, I want to scroll down these little stats about what's going on in the campaign. This is okay. I guarantee you this information is not being imparted on establishment media. As of last week, this article was written on the 12th of February. As of last week, the Clinton campaign had only 2 campaign offices in South Carolina, one in Charleston and another in the capital, Columbia, with just 14 full-time staffers, including State Director Clay Middleton. The campaign also has 9 Get Out the Vote sites, smaller scale sites devoted to turnout across the state. Here's the contrast. Here's what boots on the ground political revolution is. The Sanders campaign, this would be the campaign that lacks minority support in South Carolina. Meanwhile, the Sanders campaign had 240 staffers on the ground as of last week. 80% of them African American. That must be all of them that support Bernie then, according to establishment media. And this is spread across 10 offices statewide. That's real infrastructure, said one veteran South Carolina political consultant who was involved in a 2008 effort to elect Barack Obama and who spoke on background. That's real infrastructure, folks. That's boots on the ground, grassroots effort, kicking ass. 80% African American out of 240 people, 10 offices. But don't listen to me. Don't listen to this. Turn on channel 7, channel 9, Fox News, turn on whatever you want, because they're going to tell you a completely different story. They're going to tell you that Hillary, according to the latest poll, has 61% favor or whatever it is. Bernie's got 27, doesn't stand a chance in South Carolina. The people are going to make a very different statement. And I know I'm talking about South Carolina, not Nevada. We have Nevada coming up. But really, the Hillary campaign has pretty much already dissed Nevada. And I know that we're strong in Nevada. But, you know, just had to bring that up. Just had to bring that up. Let's listen to what Tad Devine has to say about Hillary in catching up on media buys. This is how many of you are getting the emails that, well, friends, we've been outspent, we've been outraised. That Sanders campaign, that evil Sanders campaign is spending so much money on ads, and we need your help. Can you give us $1? Don't mind you, we just got the help of the DNC. They're going to be able to spend millions of dollars on us now because they rolled back that law about campaign finance. But can you give us $1, please give us $1 so that when I go on stage next debate, I can say, we have 750,000 individual contributions. Please give us $1. $1 for Hillary. Because she needs it. She so needs it. Here's Tad Devine.
Thank you.
So the Clinton folks seem to be managing expectations around Nevada quite a bit. You know, talking a lot about how it's like Iowa.
Yes.
What do you say to that?
I'd say, well, that's the third state in a row they're beginning to manage expectations. You know, I mean, listen, we heard months ago, and even probably weeks ago, that this was the beginning of the so-called firewall that they had erected for Hillary Clinton. We heard months ago that they had organized Iowa very differently this time, and that they'd be able to have a clear and convincing victory. Obviously, that didn't happen. We know she won New Hampshire last time against Barack Obama. The outcome this time was a historic victory for Bernie Sanders. So, I think what they're doing is, playing an expectations game. I mean, frankly, we haven't played a lot of an expectations game because I don't think we're really good at that, to tell you the truth. I mean, I think we're better off just telling people what we're doing. And here's what we're doing in Nevada. We're trying to win. We got a lot of people on the ground. We have resources to communicate. We've been there. We went on television first there back in December. They joined us a couple of weeks later. We think we have the strongest message. That's a state that was deeply hit by the Great Recession and particularly impacted by the abuses of Wall Street. So Bernie's message really resonates with people there, and so we're going to try to do really well. We know it's a caucus process. We know they've got a lot of support. She basically won it last time in terms of turnout, so we know what we're up against, but we think we can compete, and we're going to try to win.
If 50% of these debates are going to go towards foreign policy, does Bernie have a plan to expand and put a little more detail into his foreign policy?
Well, listen, I think the foreign policy segment of tonight's debate was won by Bernie Sanders. He made it very clear that he has big differences with Hillary Clinton in terms of foreign policy. Bernie Sanders is not advocating a policy of intervention at almost every turn. Bernie Sanders does not believe that you should have Henry Kissinger as one of your principal foreign policy advisors, as Secretary Clinton said in the last debate and invoked in her book. Bernie Sanders believes that we need burden sharing when it comes to America's role and responsibility in the world. So he has some big differences with her on foreign policies, and the biggest manifestation of that difference is the judgment that they both exercise when America faced probably the single most important foreign policy decision of the last quarter century, which is whether or not we should launch a war in Iraq. Bernie Sanders looked at it. He said no. Hillary Clinton looked at it. She agreed with Bush and Cheney and the Republicans that we should. So, I think it's a great example of the kind of leadership we'd have from Bernie Sanders if he was president. Responsible leadership that will take our country, I think, in a much better direction.
When we talked in December, you told me Bernie didn't have to win Iowa, but he had to perform well. You said yes. Probably needed to win New Hampshire. So far, sir, you've been quite prescient. What's next for Bernie? What states do you predict he must win to continue the momentum going forward?
Well, listen, I don't think there's any single state you have to win the nomination, but you got to win a bunch of states, and mostly you have to win a bunch of delegates, more delegates than your opponent. So right now we're focused on Nevada. I think we've made tremendous progress in Nevada. We started off more than 30 points behind. We've cut that lead of Secretary Clinton significantly. We've done it by building a great campaign on the ground. A lot of the people who work for us in Iowa, where I think our crew distinguished themselves as great organizers and a great campaign to pull people out to a caucus, redeployed to Nevada. So we've got a lot of people on the ground in Nevada knocking on doors, talking to people on the phone, and they'll get them out for the caucus a week from Saturday. So that's our next target, Nevada, on to South Carolina. Then after that, we have a number of states. We're advertising right now on television in Nevada, in South Carolina, in Colorado, in Minnesota, in Oklahoma, and in Massachusetts as well, in the two markets we haven't been in yet in Massachusetts, Springfield and Providence. So we're the ones, I think, that are taking this case all across the country to a lot of states. The Clinton campaign hasn't quite caught up with us. They have a little bit of media presence elsewhere, but nothing like the presence that we have. So all of those states that I just talked about, I think, are going to be the principal targets for us in the weeks ahead through March 1st. But we have people on the ground in every March 1st state. We have people on the ground in states after March 1st. I think we've built a really strong campaign, and if we can build on the momentum from New Hampshire, I think we're going to win a lot of delegates and win a lot of states.
That's did you hear how many states they've got buys in? I want everybody who has donated anything to the Sanders campaign, $1, $10, $50, whatever you've donated, take a bow. Take a bow. That's what you did. The fact that Tad Devine can say, well, we've bought media in this state, this state, this state, this state, this state. Hillary's a little behind. Not only that, but the ads that they're running are bad ads. Have you seen Bernie run an ad where he's like slinging mud? He won't do that. All of the ads are just inspiration. Hillary Clinton is going to lose on both fronts, folks, because we've provided, all of us, you guys here, us, whatever you've donated, $4.20. I see that right there. Exactly. Fuck yeah. This is what we did. And we have to do it for another 400 plus folks. We have to support all the Bernie-crats that we need to elect. We have to put them all in office. Represent.us, that's their plan. How do we do that? We write legislation. We get the people to vote on it. We fund our own changes to government. We fund our own people in government. We just gave Bernie Sanders enough money. We did. I don't know what I've donated so far. 20 bucks here, 10 bucks there, 5 bucks here. Every time I feel motivated, every time Hillary Clinton sends me another stupid email, right? That's another reason I'm not real good with money. I just donate whenever the hell I feel like it. We have funded our candidate to outbuy the establishment, so much so that they had to roll back a law to take more money so that they could work with their candidate. I mean, that's how powerful we are. When anybody says you can't do that, say, fuck you. Look what we did with Bernie Sanders. We've got ads in this state, in this state, in this state, in this state, in this state. Fuck you. We can do anything we damn well please, sir. We can fund it ourselves. We want to fight our own military. We could fund our own military if we wanted to. We may have to do that, folks. The MIC is the beast in the cave we haven't touched yet. But we are fucking powerful. And the DNC is scared. The establishment is scared. Fuck yeah. Sorry, it's a good F-bomb day. Definitely for that. And then here's another thing. This is on the Minority Eye. I really haven't been good today with crediting things. The whole crediting of things. I have an issue with that. I have a in this time of dire need, in this time of emergency, and we are in a state of emergency, folks. We have a planet that is dying. We need to save it. We need to act much faster than any legislation that's been put forth so far. We need to have a global sweeping change. I was having this discussion with Miles Dyer yesterday. And this is a global effort. He's like, we have to save the planet. I'm like, yes, we most certainly do. He goes, we have to work together to save the planet. Fuck yeah. We all know this, that we have to work together. There's more than 170 of you watching right now. Thank you all so much. Just want to say that. But I know that was a squirrel thing. Those of us who are being touted as the crazy ones, the radicals, the ranters, are the ones screaming that we have to elect Bernie. We have to work together globally to save this planet now, right? It's just I had to go off on that for a second. Here's the reason I was going off on that was because of credit. Was it because of the whole petty concept of providing credit on the web right now? I get that we all have to survive, but in terms of imparting information, political information, political content is free, folks. It's protected under the First Amendment. That's why I have such a conflict with it. Political content should not have been monetized ever, yet it has been. Moving on, back to South Carolina just a little bit. 1,000 South Carolina women endorsed Bernie Sanders for president. On the other hand, the CBC Black PAC, they endorse Hillary Clinton because they can, because they got a lot of money. Okay. I would take endorsements like this over a PAC endorsement any day. Again, I ask anybody voting for Hillary Clinton, why? Why? Give me your reason, and I will refute it with facts, with the history of her errors, her poor judgment. This was an article I wanted to bring up just really quick. It's something we're going to touch on tomorrow because I feel like doing an environment show because we haven't talked about how bad Exxon is lately, and because Steph made a really nice card that talks about how bad Exxon is. So we're going to do an environment show tomorrow and remind everybody just how much shit is fucked up around our environment, around our world. Sanders and Clinton agree or disagree on climate. Why won't debate moderators ask them about it? That's a really good question. It's because the debate moderators are all establishment, even PBS. They don't want to talk about climate, folks. Climate is the big elephant in the room, because the moment everybody agrees on climate and that we should move forward with a comprehensive plan, the fossil fuel industry dies. And we all know that the fossil fuel industry needs to die. We want it dead. It should have died 40 years ago. Assholes like Warren Buffett in places like Nevada are doing their best to make sure that the oil industry keeps going. Now, yesterday I said I was going to show you an email from Crystal Hosmer, who was very excited about some stuff going down in Nevada. I guess they've made some leeway, some ground. I'm going to have to look that stuff up, find out what it is, and we'll talk about that tomorrow when we do the environment. All right. We'll look at what's happening there. My understanding from Crystal is that things have actually turned in their favor. And I think it's because casinos, here's what I'm remembering. Casinos are complaining because in order for them to work with the new bullshit rules that have been applied in legislation, it costs them a lot of money. So the casinos now are actually working for the solar industry, or in the solar industry's benefits. So we're going to look at that tomorrow. That's good news. But remember, if you look at the description, I remember to put all the links in there. There should be a link in there to 3 or 4 Solar City related Nevada things. There's a video in there. There's an article on how Warren Buffett's an asshole and how Elon Musk is trying to stop him from being an asshole. And there's a petition in there to keep solar in Nevada, or bring solar back to Nevada, a place with a whole lot of fucking sun that should be using solar, right? Just kind of one of those things. Yeah. What are we saying here? Fracking is a part of the, yes, fracking is a massive part of the oil industry. Fracking is horrific in what it does. Fracking is horrific. Charles Koch threatened to pull his funding from PBS if they aired their documentary. Says, really? The Koch brothers are the next humans, I put that in air quotes, that need to suffer from karmic justice. I hope something happens to them. Something bad. I really do. No love for them. No love, no interest. Those are the kind of people that in this world of belonging, they would not belong. They would be in prison for crimes against humanity 10, 20, 30, fucking 50 times over. That swift justice for the Koch brothers. I seriously hope. Yeah. Right. They're right. Where are you, cynical girl? Oh, Florida? Yeah, Florida, a place with a whole lot of fucking sun. Don't want solar there. They don't even want people growing gardens in their front yard. That's how backwards this fucking nation is, with establishment greedy bastards. Don't have access to own rainwater. Nobody gets to own rainwater. Nobody gets to tell me what the fuck I'm going to plant in my yard. Okay, that's just bullshit. This is the stuff we're fighting, folks. My earpiece is coming out. It's terrible. It's terrible. Very, very unprofessional. Apologies.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up?
Sean dropped a link for you. Don't put me on screen.
Oh, sorry. Well, I gotta put something up there. Yeah, look at that, folks.
There we go. Sean dropped you a link on the Nevada, the caucus guide, and Hannah dropped a link to a meme that she made on Lucy Parsons that she'd like you to look at when you get an opportunity. Might want to share. It's really cute.
Lucy Parsons. Okay, now do I get to be a do I get to tell you right now, folks? I don't know who Lucy Parsons is. You gonna tell me who Lucy Parsons is?
I wish I could help you out right now. I can't answer that question, Don. I'm sorry.
All right, that's cool. We get to learn who that is. Hannah, explain. I'm going to show that. Here it is. This happened a long time ago, from what I can tell here. Good
I think what we need to do is use that, that Google thing you were talking about, educate ourselves.
Well, absolutely. I don't want to try to do that live, but yeah,
No.
absolutely. And then this is from Meredith here. We just look at this. I saw this beautiful piece downtown Denver on the way home. That's a nice a Bernie mural there on that wall. But what Sean pulled up here is the key information for Nevada caucuses. We're going to look at that real quick. Closed caucus. So the key information for this is it's Saturday, February 20th, 11 a.m. Closed caucuses. Nevadans must register as a Democrat to vote for Bernie. However, Nevadans may register as update registration to Democrat on the day of the caucus. You can change your registration or register on the day of the caucus. Nevada has same-day registration, which allows you to register to vote at the caucus on Saturday, February 20th. And here's what it says. You can look up your caucus address. Can we get this dropped for everybody in the chat? You would need to bring a Nevada's driver's license or an identification card, armed forces identification. You can read all this stuff. This is good information, folks. This is what you need to know. My understanding is that there's been rumor of Clinton campaign effort to, again, distort reality, get people to go to the wrong place, confuse caucus goers. I've seen a couple articles out to that, seen a couple pictures from Twitter about this. Not really sure what's going on there, but good information to pull up. What else do we have to talk about today? We've got this event hopefully coming up here, and we've got caucus, Nevada caucus, and then South Carolina caucus. What am I forgetting, Celeste? Anything else we should mention?
No, I have the answer on Lucy Parsons. Sean Googled, and there's several responses in chat that verify this. Lucy Eldine Gonzalez Parsons was an American labor organizer, radical socialist, and anarchist communist. She is remembered as a powerful orator.
Nice. Wonderful. Thank you for that information, Celeste.
You're welcome.
Well, everybody, honestly, this is a short show today, or maybe this is what it's supposed to be, an hour, and we always run to an hour and a half because I go off or somebody goes off or we have other stuff to talk about. Hopefully, I'll see you later today. I'll let you know as soon as I can. I will put up the event as soon as I know that we actually have a feed. All right. If there's something else going on later today, we'll do that. I will take your advice and maybe we'll do some kind of a pledge site or something. I'll look at that today. I don't know. But thank you all for being here. A lot of people here today. Apologies again for the kind of doom and gloom. I know I'm not exactly like back to my cheery, ranty self, but we'll get there. I just kind of got kicked in the gut last couple of days, and I'm a human being like everybody else. But I am happy that I see 178 plus, like more than 200 people watching this today. My goal was to deliver some good news, to have a good conversation with you, to explore topics around Bernie Sanders, to separate fact from fiction, and to provide an unfiltered view on what's going on, as opposed to what the establishment media will provide. And we'd like to thank all of the independent media sources that help us, and all of you, because you guys really are the new muckrakers. You send in articles. I'm always looking at BTV, the hashtag BTV Live. I did pull in a whole bunch of memes today, but I didn't get a chance to actually load them into my system. Unfortunately, I will run through those. There's a lot of great memes that you guys created, a lot inside our Slack, a lot that I found on the web over the last couple of days. Somebody made some beautiful ones of what I think are Bernie quotes from last night. The 18,000 people in Denver, Colorado that showed up. Just another example of the support on the ground for Bernie Sanders. To date, I don't think Hillary Clinton has pulled 18,000 into anywhere. Okay, maybe one orchestrated event, but I don't think so. I don't think so, folks. 18,000 Denver, just another rally in the rock star tour of Bernie Sanders as he fixes our democracy with us, right? As we fix our democracy with Bernie Sanders, which is really the difference here. So good to have you all with us. Love from everywhere to all of you on this day of affection. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, it is Valentine's Day, and we will just go with that message of love and hugs and Valentineness, and go be with your Valentine and all that stuff. And Steph, your gloom and doom makes us feel good. Just know, guys, that we're all in this together. We were all in this together. We were all in the same boat. We together will rebuild our nation. Together, we will uplift us all, provide for our basic needs, get jobs we like having, for wages worth working. But all of this is going to take a shit ton more work, and it's going to take years. And we have to pace ourselves, and we have to take care of ourselves in order to do this. We have a long, long battle ahead of us, folks. Bernie's in for it. I'm in for it. You're in for it. And I'm not even ready to show this video. Here I am ramping up this nice ending, and I'm so not ready to show this video. Someday, we will be done feeling the burn, because we will have fixed our democracy, and it will just be the standard, the norm. I long for that day. And until then, thank you from the newsroom. Thank you for being the newsroom, guys. Love to you all. Feel the burn. Here's Bern Unit, Bernie is a Punk. This is a cute song like this the other day. Cool. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bernie is a punk, Bernie is a punk. Start a revolution in the USA. And oh, we all know why. Oh, we all know why. We'll be alright. Oh yeah, be alright. Oh yeah, burn so bright. Oh yeah, be alright. Oh yeah. Second verse, same as the first. Bernie is a punk, Bernie is a punk. Start a revolution in the USA. And oh, we all know why. Oh, we all know why. We'll be alright. Oh yeah, be alright. Oh yeah, burn so bright. Oh yeah, be alright. Oh yeah. First, different from the first. Bernie is a punk, Bernie is a punk. Watch you motherfuckers, so it's time to pay. And oh, we all know why. Oh, we all know why. We'll be alright. Oh yeah, we'll be alright. Oh yeah, we'll burn so bright. Oh yeah, we'll be alright. Oh yeah.
Make sure everyone knows we're in the garage.
Huge